Hi everyone. I know I haven't been around much, but it's just thinking what else to post to upload. So, but currently working on my mini rig. If any of you watched the Kelly Heath video where I bought the 60 ED, the Altair Astro 60 ED, I'm building myself a Widefield rig. I have tried it out a couple of times, 2 or 3 times now, with some success. I'll put an image up at the end of the video. My favourite image so far anyway. But it works pretty well. I'll just show you around it, but there's an experimental part that I'm trying. Needs a few tweaks, so I shall be talking to Tim at Do Control at some point. But other than that, it works pretty well. But the weather's been awful. I mean, it's cloudy, wet, rain, you know, typical winter in the UK. Nice long nights, and you never a chance to use them, but it is what it is. But anyway, I'll show you around what I've done to the mini rig since putting it up on the Kelly video. Alright, so the Starwave 60 ED comes in this case. It's a nice little padded case, which is good, so you can put your accessories in as well as the scope. Now I have put a finder on it. This is only temporary. This is off the 102 EDR I've got. It will be going back on the EDR. This is just on there for when I tested out the first time. But it has FCD 100 glass, but it is very good glass. It does work very well. That's just looking down there. I think there's baffles as well, baffled in there as well. I mean, there was a time when I said if anybody starts off astrophotography, I'd always say HEQ5, Skywatch ED80 Evo Star, modified DSLR. I mean, these days a dual band filter, but there's so many better scopes than the Evo Star. I mean, with the dedicated flattener that I've got on here, the 0.8 flattener, it makes it into f4.8, so it's pretty fast. The top is, I bought the guide scope second hand. It's a SV Bonnie one, but weirdly the stars are like triangles. It worked, but I don't know if there was pinched optics, so I did loosen off the ring in the back. I did take that lens off and just loosen the ring off, and I should see next time if it's made a difference. This adapter, I bought this for something and it didn't work. I can't remember what scope or whatever it was I bought it for, but it sadly it didn't work. So, but it's come in handy for this. It's screwed straight on the back of the guide scope. That's QHY5 L2 mono, and then that goes into the back of the camera. I've got to get a shorter lead. It was just a temporary thing. Now, this other lead, if you can see, it goes onto here. Now, this is a bit of a test. I had this idea when I was talking to Tim at Do Control. It's got to have a few changes because the cable's a bit thick, so I had to swap some spacers around for now. But I have had dew on the glass, even though they've got a heated dew. The Altair camera's got a heated dew window. I still get caught out. I've still been caught out at Kellyn when we had the all-night on Friday. I was started imaging, and Mark came over and he says, "Oh, you got a splodge on your thing. It looks like you got condensation on your window." I went, "Nah, I can't have," because I did cool it down close. This is with a 26C camera, by the way, and the dew heater was on, and I cooled it down slowly and everything, and it still had this splodge on it, and I couldn't understand why, because it wasn't even a dewy night, particularly dewy night that night. So I warmed it up again, and then it went down to -5, and it seemed to work. It was fine then, but I don't really know why it done that. So I thought I know, how about a USB powered dew ring? And I talked to Tim on the Saturday, and this is like the first sort of prototype, but I can't get it sitting where I want it to sit, because if I did, if you see the lead, it's a bit wide, so there may have to be a Mark II, but I haven't had a chance to really test it yet. So we shall try it again another dewy night, maybe, whenever that'll be. It might be a little while, so we'll see. Now, how did I mount the guide scope? Well, I'll just unscrew it and I'll show you. I've got a Lunt 35 solar scope, and the rings on that are mounted on this, and then this bolts onto a dovetail. And all I've done is took this off and mounted the rings straight onto the dovetail. It will still work the same. I drilled a couple of holes, and this bar fits perfectly in there. If anybody knows what these bars are called, so I could search for more, then I'll be truly grateful, because I really don't know if these have got a name or what. They're not obviously not a dovetail, but I don't know what they are either. But it fits absolutely perfect. Even the length is perfect. And then I just nip up the screws the other side. Oh, excuse me. Nip up the screws the other side, and that's nice and solid. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. I haven't put an autofocus on it yet. That'll be the next thing at some point. For now, I've just got a batten, I've got a batten off mask off Ian from Altair, and we're trying that out, and that works. It works fine enough for me. I'm quite happy with using a batten off mask, so no issues with that. But yeah, this is the mini rig. I think with the reducer, it gives it a focal length to 288mm, if I remember right. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad Widefield setup. It seems to work better with the 269C than it does with the 26C, but I might try the 26C another time. But it does undersample bad, so that might be why. But I tried this out on the Flame and Tadpole Nebula, and that didn't come out too bad. So I was quite happy with the result on that. So I shall stick the image at the end of the video now of what I've got with it so far. Hope to get to try it out again in the not too distant future, so we'll see. Fingers crossed for some more clear skies, because lately it's just been dire. Pretty much, it's not been very good. But yeah, I just thought I'd give an update about my little mini rig. So there it is, in all its little glory. So thanks for watching, and clear skies.